Hi there, Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek, Victoria. I'm at home today, but instead of being boring and sitting at the same old place, I thought, you know what, we'll come down to the shed. Well, actually, initially, we'll go outside, we'll check out the horses, and we'll get down and have a bit of fun with the animals. But as you can see the wind coming in, I had a plan B. So the other plan was, let's check out the cars. Got an American version on, hang on, I've got to flip this around. This side, so we've got the Ford Skyliner here in the background for all you car buffs. This is an American car, so we drive that around here, left-hand drive, which is a bit of fun. Easy to get used to, actually, really easy. So, we take that around for a lot of cruises. The roof comes off that. For those that aren't aware, it's a 59 model Ford Skyliner, so she is a lot of fun. Beside that, now I've got to go to my other side, opposite side in front of the camera, is a Ford Mainline. So that's an Australian ute, which they didn't actually bring out over in America, but we have them here in Australia. And we just picked up another one really cheaply that we're going to do up and get on the road as well, an old Survivor, because we love bringing back the old barn finds, what you call them, what you find somebody stuck in a shed for a few years and they're still in really good nick. Well, they're not really in good nick, but they're in good nick for their age. So they're not fully rusted, having not been outside for most of their life, which most of them have been. So if you're lucky enough to score a solid bodied car over here that's, of that era, we're talking 1955, anywhere from 55, we tend to go up to 60. And it's a lot of fun. My partner's really talented at doing it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have the patience, but, he loves it. And, it's something we have a lot of fun. We do a lot of road trips with them, and so it's a bit of an adventure. And each car has a unique story. So we really like that because it kind of captures the essence of the cars. It's not just a case of buying something already done and then driving off. It's adding your little imprint to their story and creating, I suppose, the up-to-date version. So it's a lot of fun. So anyway, I hope everyone's had a great week. I've had a magical week. It started at the Soul Star Festival on Saturday, where I managed to do 19 reads and connect with many of you. I really appreciate those that came up and said hello and mentioned the radio show and that they follow A1R. So that was pretty cool. Loved it. You don't often get the opportunity to get that feedback. So thank you all for taking the time to come up and say g'day. And even just those that follow my page, I really do appreciate you taking the time to say hello. And it means a lot to me. And, the message being that I'm able to connect with you and, we're joining this journey together. And I love that feedback, and I'm very honoured to be a part of your journny. So thank you all. It takes a bit to go out of your way and acknowledge people, and I certainly value those that acknowledge me. Because that's great. It says to me, I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right track. So, your feedback is awesome. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into our read, which is kind of what we're here for today, I think. Yep. The wind stopped, so I don't have the windswept hair look, but that's pretty cool because hopefully our sound will come out a bit better. Now let's go to Jean in Denver, Colorado. Oh, a place I really want to go. Jean, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Now, did you have something specific you wanted me to focus on while we're on our call today, or do you want me to just tune in for you? What would you like?
Yeah, I don't have anything specific. I'm going to let you use your guidance.
Beautiful. Can I ask, is your father in spirit? Because I've got a male stepping in for you straight away.
Is my father in spirit?
Yep.
Yes, he passed in 2002.
Okay, because I've got a male that was referring to Dad, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty certain that's your father stepping in. So pretty much as soon as you connected on here, it's like he's popped in. And I feel like that's no surprise to you because he's showing me that he is around you and he has a lot of fun. And I feel like he connects with you outside because he's showing me he's outside with you. So I feel like that has a relevance between the two of you doing things outside.
How interesting.
Yeah.
He joined me on a hike about a week and a half ago on his birthday. Or actually, I guess it was on January 5th. I went for a hike, and he was very present with me.
Beautiful. I love that. I love the way they come through with really relevant things like that you can go, yes, I get that. Absolutely. Now, let me see what he's got for you. He has a real affinity with you. And, I know a father and daughter bond is normally great, but it's like for him, there's a special connection with you. Were you the youngest?
Middle child, only daughter.
Okay. So eldest daughter, were you? Because I feel like there's some relevance to you being special or being at one end of the stick. So, but I feel like this
I was the only girl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because it's like there's only one of you, but I was trying to explain, like, where are you? Is he saying you're the baby, or it's like you were his baby? So I want to know that was kind of the message that was coming through. So I felt like, that was in reference to youngest, but it's like he really had a great connection with you, and I feel like he could communicate really easily with you. It was almost like the two of you can communicate without talking.
Well, that may be the case now, but it certainly wasn't when he was alive.
Okay, so you were certainly active in. I just feel like the way he came across with that was like the two of you could just get on, without having to speak. Like it's almost like there was just a thing between you, and I look at that like an extra strong connection. But he is a character. I have to say that, a sense of humour, and I feel like you've got that side of him to you as well. Yeah. All right. So there's something around, he's making me aware of travel for you. Have you booked that holiday yet? Because there's something around having a holiday, a vacation.
Yes, I'm retiring, and I'll be doing several of them, but the first one will be to Belize in Mexico. And I think I'm going to be traveling a lot. I'm just getting ready to retire. So absolutely correct.
Beautiful. Because it's like he's excited too, and he's coming along with you, which obviously the fact that he's around, of course he is, but it's like I feel like there's a definite excitement for him in that he can have adventures with you.
All right.
And I also want to go to, there's a, obviously you're quite spiritual, but there's with the retirement, there's something that you're going to be really expanding on even more with your spiritual gifts. And it's like you will consolidate all that you know and become even more powerful than what you are already. It's like there's the spiritual essence is part of who you are, but having the time, you're going to really be able to I want to say, take it to the next level.
Yes, I think that's true. I have no idea what exactly that's going to encompass, but I'm very aware that is going to be happening.
Absolutely. And it's almost like the travel is really important because you will go to places that you connect with spiritually, and it's almost like, meeting new people, because for you, I feel like you're hungry you've got a great support with friends and that around you, but it's like you hunger for new connections, and for you that kind of gives you that, like it feeds your soul really, meeting new people and having fun with people, and especially like-minded souls. So I feel like that spiritual part's really good for you. There's also something around you, there's something around lifting your health. So it's not that I don't feel like you've got major health issues, but it's like with the retirement comes the release of a lot of stuff, and it's almost like I can see you energetically becoming lighter, but also physically becoming lighter.
Yeah, very good. Very good. There's been quite a bit of eating around the holidays, so I think there's a little lightening up to do. I do have a question.
And it's like, yeah, go for it.
Do you see anything about relationships?
Okay. So have you, I feel like just what your father's showing me, you've been on your own for a little while, is that correct?
I've been on my own for a while, yes, intentionally getting ready for whatever's coming next.
Yeah, it's like you've, and that's spot on. It's like you've had to have that time to consolidate everything, to almost come to that you're at that place where you're comfortable in your own skin, and it's almost like by doing that, you're ready to attract the right person. I want to say that there is someone coming in and he's different to what you imagine. So it's almost like I want to say be on the lookout for him, because he might be in a different package to what you'd imagine. And I don't mean that in like, like a bad way or, anything negative, but it's like they might just tend to look a bit different or be presented differently. So whether you imagine, a tall man or a tall partner, somebody coming in, or, like sometimes we have this picture in our head, he might be slightly different. So I have to share that, because it's like that's important, because for you it's important to have that heartfelt connection with somebody who is equal to you. And this will be a male who's independent. He will love traveling too. And I feel like he's lost his life partner over the last 5 to 10 years. So it's like he's been on his own as well, sorting out what he needed to do. And there's a coming together of the two of you. But I feel like you'll know when you meet. It's almost like you'll go, I felt like I've known him for a while.
Oh, wow. You know what? You've been gone for about 2 minutes from my being able to hear you. So I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't hear the last thing you said. You said there was someone coming in that would be in a different package than I might expect.
Yeah. So it was like I'm shown a little bit different to, a little bit different to what you would see. But you will be able to rewatch this and get that bit of information. But it is around, he will have been separated or not separated. I feel like his partner has passed and it's been like 5 to 10 years. He's been on his own for a while too, and he's looking for what you're looking for. Okay, so like
all
just
right.
be, sometimes we need to be just open for something different. So just be a little bit aware of that.
Okay. You don't think it's someone that I've met yet then?
Yeah, but there's definitely, he'll be stepping in, he'll be independent as well, and he will be financial, so you won't be having to carry someone around with you.
Yay! All right.
But it's like you'll when you meet, there'll be that connection. You'll know. You will. You might not know it instantly, but you will connect and then go, there's this feeling that is quite unique. So don't doubt that. Your dad's there. He's going to pick somebody good. He goes, got to have a sense of humour.
All right.
All right. I must go on to my second caller because I'm running a little bit short on time. Thank you so much for connecting, Amanda, and happy retirement. Go you. That's so cool.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You're going to have a ball.
I'm sure I am. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Have fun, beautiful. Bye.
Oh, bye-bye.
Okay, I've got Amanda from Brooklyn in New York. This is me calling Jean Amanda. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being patient.
Yes, thank you.
Now, did you have something you wanted me to touch on that you wanted to ask, seeing as we don't have a lot of time on the radio, or did you want me just to connect? What would you like?
A connection would be fine. See what you see.
Okay. There's something around, as soon as you got on the phone, I picked up around relationships. There's something around either an uncertainty or there's something you're considering, and it's around, I feel like it's a connection with somebody else, like a relationship that either you're in now or considering being in or out even. I want to go. It's like they're confusing me. What?
Yes.
So it's like you're considering something at the... Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, cool. I want you to honour your intuition with that, because it's like you've been given signs and guidance. Spirit is showing me that quite clearly, that your gut feeling is correct, so don't doubt what you're feeling. And I almost feel like there's an indication to me of letting go of what doesn't serve you to bring in something that does serve you. So it's like we need boundaries set up. We need, this is what I am going to want, or this is what I'm expecting of a relationship. If somebody isn't up to that, then it's time to look out for somebody else.
I totally understand.
Yeah. So, but like I said, you are given the signs. So just, sometimes we're in that situation, we kind of and ah and go, is that what I'm thinking, or is that a sign, or I'm not sure. For me, for connecting for you, it's about, don't get in your head about it. Just trust that if it doesn't feel right, there's a reason for it.
Okay.
And I also want to say all will be revealed. So if there's something that you're not sure of, just sometimes you can just sit back and go, okay, universe, show me what I need to see. And it's like you would then be shown, you will then be shown and things will be brought to light.
Okay. Do you think the situation right now is ideal, or is it something I need to stop?
Well, I feel like you've got your doubts around it. And to me, the answer to that is you stepping up and saying, this is what I expect and this is what I require from a relationship. And I feel like you will get your answers then. They're not prepared to step up and make the changes that are needed, then it's kind of a way of showing you where their interests are. If you're a main part of their investment in the relationship, then the changes will be made. But if not, then, because I feel like for you, you feel a bit like time's going and you're still in the same place. So it's a bit like, like a hamster on a wheel. I feel like you've been parked up going, things might change, hoping for things to happen, and it hasn't. And it's almost like it's going to be up to you to stand up and go, either, they've got to step up, or, you know what, I'm out of here. And I want to say, don't be scared of being out of there, because you won't be worse off financially, or you won't be going backwards. Because sometimes, we tend to believe that, or we tend to think, oh, how am I going to make that step? Often I say to people, even if you are in doubt, sometimes pulling things apart really will show you where people are at. And, sometimes when you're in a relationship, we take each other for granted, or, we go through the motions of dragging each other down a bit. And sometimes just mixing that up by separating that a little bit, we can then see things clearer.
I'm trying to separate myself from that, but I'm having a hard time.
Absolutely. And I understand it's easier said than done, but sometimes making baby steps. So to me, it's about for you even I would set up a little a separate bank account where you're putting money away. And I don't mean that in a secretive way, but just, like to have a fund there for if you want to make a move, you've got some money building up for that. Like just so that you can feel that you can financially do what you need to do and make decisions based on that. Because I feel like, are you the main support, or I feel like there's an element where you're bringing in most of the money, or you're the one that's making it work financially?
In some ways, I am.
Yeah, and I don't mean that they don't necessarily bring money in, but I feel like you're the one that they don't utilize it properly. So it's up to you to balance things out and make stuff work. And it's a little bit like, I call that still a fairly main input, because you're the one that pays the bills. You're the one that makes sure everything's covered.
Okay.
Okay, so just, have your own little, it's almost like your little reward. It doesn't have to be much, but just get it transferred out each week to help build up it's almost like build up a little self fund, even if things do tend to change, then you could utilize that to go on a holiday together or something. But I feel like there needs to be a shake up. Otherwise you'll be sitting in this same spot. Come the end of the year, you'll still be there going, oh, I'm not sure about this. And for you, where does running out of time fit? Because I feel like the Spirit's showing me you feel like you're running out of time. Is that because you're waiting on a commitment from this person?
That, and also having children.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm like thinking, I don't know whether you've got children or not, but yeah, it's like, so you're feeling like you're getting older, and you don't want to be waiting till you're, like heaps older to have kids. So you want somebody that's going to be able to step up, so you can then go, okay, we're ready to commit to a family. You don't want them to be half-hearted about it. You don't want somebody that's not going to have your back. Because
Right.
I do have to say, I do have to say, like, you're very talented. You tend to underestimate your ability and what you can do. So please just note that and go, okay, I need to build my own confidence here, because confidence is power, and it's not as easy. You just don't go and buy confidence or suddenly change who you are, but we need to open the pathways for you to believe in yourself.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah, because you're gorgeous. Like, they're showing me, and I mean, I can't see you, but inside and out, you're an absolute champion of a girl, and we need you to really see yourself the way others do. And that's all I see with you, is it just that you lack the confidence and the belief in yourself. But I'm sure if you ask people around you to list 5 of your really good traits, you'd be really surprised at what comes back.
Right. I've been told that before.
Like, yeah.
I'm still working on believing in myself.
Yeah. So look at things, like, we've got to look at rewiring our pathways. So if, there's something like 28,000 hours of tapes in our head from when we're a child to when we, leave home. And if all of our feedback wasn't positive, then it makes it really hard to step up and go, oh, I'm suddenly going to have confidence, when it hasn't been, embedded into your brain.
Right.
So
that's exactly, that's exactly what I've had to deal with. And it's like almost insurmountable. Like, I'm really trying to still overcome so many things.
Yeah. So what we need to do is things like get the Louise Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life. That's a fantastic book. And if you're not into reading books, get the audio version of it and start to listen to, and I find audiobooks good because, if you can listen to them before you go to bed or in the car or anywhere while you're going for a walk. And that way you can start to retrain your brain to think positively, to look at all the great things you bring to the table. And as you start to become more confident, everyone around you that isn't for your highest good will either hang around or they disappear. And believe you me, that happens. You don't even have to tell them. Once you start getting confident, you will not attract people that aren't confident within themselves, because people that like to manipulate people don't pick confident people to do that to. They, ordinarily pick somebody they know that they can be the leader with and they can overrule. So we need to build you up so that you can then go, no, I don't agree with that, or, make a stand on things that aren't for your highest good.
Exactly. I was wondering,
because
can I ask a
Sorry.
question regarding my mother passed away almost 3 years ago.
Yep.
I was wondering if she has any messages.
Okay. There's something around your mum that she's sorry for, that she wants to acknowledge to you. So, and I feel like this is something around her passing.
Yeah.
Was there something said to you? Because I feel like she's coming through going, I'm really sorry and I didn't mean it. Almost like whether something was said that was that she's now, like when they pass over, they often have that realisation and the understanding of things. And it's almost like there's an acknowledgement from her that she was very weak, and she's showing me that you are stronger than her. But there's also the acknowledgement of, I am sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. And this is more close to when she passed that she's showing me this. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So she wants you to know that. But she also wants you to reach your full potential as well. And there is another lady in spirit around her that I feel like was a strength for you growing up. So I don't know whether that's an auntie or somebody that played a role.
It's her mother.
Yeah.
Her mother.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like she's stepping up going, come on, you've got the strength of me, whereas your mum had a really tough upbringing, and she's just showing me some of the things that she went through. And in all honesty, she did the best she could, but she does acknowledge that, there were gaps there and things that happened that she was oblivious to. So she is acknowledging that. And I feel like there was some kind of reconciliation with the two of you prior to her passing. But there was something about words being said that she says, I'm very sorry about. And I feel like in life your mum wasn't one to put a hand up and say sorry, because it's like her pride was She just tried to keep going. I think if she opened up to you and was sorry, she would break down and not be able to keep going. So the guilt that she carried, she was unable to really work through that in this lifetime. And she doesn't want you to be the same, and she's acknowledging that. But you've also got the other lady in spirit who's pretty tough, and she's like, you're more of her thread, you know, like, so it's like she's putting her hand up going, you're more like me, come on, you can do this, you've got this.
Yes, that would be my grandmother.
Yeah. And she stepped in a bit for you, didn't she? Because she's showing me that.
Yeah, she took care of me when my mom had to work. So I spent a lot of time with her.
Yeah, yeah. And you acknowledge that she's a tough one, like as in she's strong.
Right. She was she was quiet, but she was strong.
Yeah, yeah. It's like slow and steady wins the race, but you've got this girl. And it's like she's acknowledging there's something around butterflies around you that when spirit comes in. So I don't know if you've seen the butterflies, but I feel like she's showing me there's butterflies, her symbol for you.
Yeah.
Itching my nose today.
I've seen a lot of art things before that I wouldn't normally see, you know, and I attribute it to her maybe sending me a message. Yeah,
yeah, it is. So they're both sending you messages, so please don't doubt. This situation will change because you're going to wake up to and go, I've had enough. So be prepared for that and don't overthink it. Just go, I'm going to be guided. So get those two women and say, right, I want signs. I want you to bring me everything I need to make this the perfect exit. Because you don't need to be put down. You don't deserve that. All right, I'm going to get kicked off now, but thank you so much for ringing. And please, you're awesome. Do not leave anything else. Much love to you, Amanda.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, A1R, for a great show as per usual. Thanks, Dave, for tolerating me running late all the time. Woohoo! See you next week. Yay!